If you've ever looked up ways to help you with stress and help cope better with stress, then you've probably heard of this thing called an adaptogen. I want to talk to you about what adaptogens are because they are very different than adrenal support mechanisms or adrenal support supplements that you've probably heard of in the past. So let me explain. So what an adaptogen is something that helps you come back to homeostasis. In other words, helps calm you down, helps modulate your system. This is very different than some of the supplements that are available that are designed specifically to help adrenal function. And one of the key ways that happens is by the effect that these substances have on the human brain. So they help regulate brain activity, not necessarily just help drive your adrenals. So let me explain. So here's a side cut of the human brain. So we cut it right down the middle and have a look through from the inside. This is what we're looking at. One of the key areas we're looking through here is this kind of structure in this middle area here called your limbic system, and most importantly, structure known as your hippocampus. And the reason the hippocampus is so incredibly important for stress is it's the off switch. So when we normally get stressed, we register that there's a threat to our lives, our hypothalamus sends information out to our adrenals, increasing our stress hormone. That hormone comes back up, hits this hippocampus. Hippocampus gets stimulated and turns the mechanism off again. And this is our natural feedback loop that helps control our stress hormones. So one of the key things that happens with stress long term is we start getting damage to that hippocampus. And as we get damage to that hippocampus, the result of that is the ability to regulate stress becomes a problem. And this is where adaptogens come into play. So there's a whole lot of adaptogens out there. Some of the key ones you may have heard of, though, are things like cordyceps, rhodiola, withania, also known as ashwagandha, ginseng, and reishi. And there's two that I really want to talk about, and these things are cordyceps and rhodiola. And the reason I want to speak about these is because they have profound effects on this area of the brain. And they've both been shown to stimulate growth and stimulate neurogenesis in the hippocampus. So not only do they help you deal with stress and regulate stress, but they can also help repair the effects of chronic stress on this area of the brain. And if you are having those type of issues, you may be suffering from things like short-term memory loss, spatial awareness issues, so you're bumping into things as you walk around, and even perhaps you're starting to get lost or disorientated easily as our navigation skills break down. The interesting thing that we've seen over the years is that rhodiola is also, it kind of blocks estrogen's effect on that area of the brain as well. So we really see rhodiola help people who are under chronic stress from an emotional perspective, where the cordyceps is a fantastic adaptogen that helps people recover really quickly, especially from things like physical exercise. So this is something we often use when people are overtraining to help them recover, where rhodiola is something we use more so with people who are having emotional issues such as anxiety and things like this. Both of them are effective, both of them work really well. In fact, all of these work really well. But these are two that we see that are really profound adaptogens that can really help change people's lives. Anyway, if you have any other questions about adaptogens, you want to know more about it, want to know something specific about it, please just post down below or send me a message. I'm always happy to help out, answer any questions we get here at any given time. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next vid. Bye for now.